Good afternoon and welcome to Lariat TV News Today. I'm Julia Lorenz.
And I'm Brenshavia Jordan. Thanks for joining us today. Avoid, deny, defend is how Baylor has chosen to educate the campus in the case of an active shooter situation, along with the Sick 'em for Safety campaign. The university's measures are in hope of informing and preparing the campus for any and all situations. Here's the story.
Always be aware of what's going on around you. If you see or hear gunshots, get away. Leave your stuff where it is. It's not as important as your life.
The 6-minute-long fictional account illustrates what student, faculty, and staff should do to stay safe in that type of situation.
Our goal is that students, faculty, and staff are educated and prepared should a violent attack occur.
Baylor theater students helped produce the video that emphasized the importance of avoid, deny, and defend as the campus continues to highlight National Preparedness Month. The Avoid, Deny, and Defend video is posted on Baylor's website. In the next month, Baylor DPS will be highlighting the school's extensive emergency notification system, the global preparedness team's effort to keep missions and educational trips safe. Reporting for Lariat TV News, I'm Brenshavia Jordan. Safety Week continues throughout the month with extensive training to inform the campus about how to be well-equipped in all situations.
Tighter gun sales policies have been implemented by Walmart after shootings at 2 of its stores in the last month. The store will no longer sell ammunition that could be used in military-style assault rifles, and they are discontinuing open carry in their stores. LTVN's Grace Smith was there to investigate this new move toward the future of safety in America.
Walmart, America's largest retailer, is taking a stand for gun violence with the act of discontinuing some types of ammunition as well as handguns. Walmart is one of the largest sellers of guns and ammunition in the world. Walmart will discontinue short barrel rifle ammunition, handgun ammunition, and handgun sales in Alaska, which is the last state where Walmart currently sells them. The reasoning behind this act is because of a recent string in tragic mass shootings in America. This past summer, Walmart has been the center of several gun-related incidents. 1 month ago, 22 people were killed by a mad gunman in an El Paso Walmart. Just 2 days prior to that tragedy, a Mississippi Walmart employee killed 2 of his co-workers, killing one co-worker inside the store, then the other just right outside. In August, an armed 20-year-old was charged for making terrorist threats after he entered Walmart carrying a rifle and 100 rounds of ammunition. The CEO of Walmart, Doug McMillan, wrote in a letter to his employees stating, "It is clear to us that the status quo is unacceptable." Walmart sells 2% of firearms in the U.S., and 1 in 5 bullets are sold from Walmart in the U.S. Walmart is clearly taking a strong stance when it comes to gun violence and the future safety of America. I went around Baylor's campus to see what students had to say about this new stance and to get their views behind it.
I'm fortunate what Walmart is doing. It's totally up to them what their policies are, but I don't think it solves the issues because people will find other ways of purchasing ammunition and handguns.
I think that it's good that they're taking away guns because I don't think guns is the solution, or violence is never a solution to any situation.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Grace Smith.
The Baylor Police Department has halted its 7-year-old program that offered on-call rides to students after dark. A high volume of requests caused longer wait times for more urgent requests in their call system. Mark Childers, Associate Vice President of Baylor's Department of Safety, said the demand was so high it was overwhelming for security officers. When the Escort Program began, they received about 20 calls a night. This service became so popular that it grew up to 100 calls each night. Students are now encouraged to use the call boxes around campus in the case of an emergency. The Waco Transit offers an after-hour shuttle service that runs 5:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. You can take this shuttle from Jones Library, University Park's apartments, Bagby Avenue, the intramural fields, and other locations.
The I30 Construction project is underway, and with the bright orange traffic cones, road closures, and construction workers surrounding our campus, clearly it can't be missed. LTVN's Sarah Gill spoke with the Texas Department of Transportation to get the inside scoop on this massive project.
Baylor students are not only adapting to new class schedules, but changing traffic patterns. Driving to class, you may endure road closures, detours, or even heavy traffic. But this is only a piece of the master plan.
Obviously, we have an extensive project that's underway. What we're doing is we're reconstructing Interstate 35. What that means is we're adding an additional lane in each direction. We're widening the frontage roads. We're reconstructing all the bridges, overpasses, entrance and exit ramps.
The Texas Department of Transportation is working closely with Baylor to ensure traffic continues to flow. But many students see the construction as a major inconvenience.
I think it's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible timing also, because I feel like they didn't start until the beginning of the school year, at least the major stuff, so it's just slowing everything down. I actually missed a class because I couldn't get any parking, especially around the south side of campus, so it just kind of sucks.
This is the reality many students are facing, but it's important to remember one core value.
It's about patience. Okay? Be patient. We're going to be in and out as quickly as we can. It is a project that's scheduled to go about 4 years, so it's going to be out here for a while. Folks are going to need to get used to, varying lanes, to things changing.
Some of the best advice that Ken Roberts gave us was to check out waco4bmap.org. It's a live traffic map where you can see exactly what is taking place on the interstate. On their website, there are accident reports, lane closures, and information on what is projected to happen in the next 24 hours. Crews are working 24/7, so traffic is constantly changing. Be sure to check out the map to get live traffic updates and know before you go. For Lariat TV News, I'm Sarah Gill.
U.S. Representative Bill Flores announced he will not seek another term in Congress. He is currently serving his 5th term representing the 17th Congressional District of Texas, which includes Waco. Flores won his first election in 2010 against longtime Democrat Chet Edwards. Flores was elected by his peers to chair the influential Republican Study Committee and also serves on the powerful House Energy and Commerce Committee. Flores said he will retire to spend more time with his family. He is the 5th Texas Republican to decide not to run for re-election.
Hurricane Dorian was downgraded to a Category 1 storm Friday morning as it took aim on North Carolina's Outer Banks as it skirted up the eastern seaboard. The official death toll from the storm is at 30 and climbing after it barreled through the Bahamas as a Category 5 hurricane. It left the islands with what Bahamian Prime Minister Hubert Minnis could only describe as generational devastation. The eye of the storm turned northward, sparing Florida of major damage. The outer bands of the storm still have done significant damage to parts of South Carolina, leaving more than 200,000 residents without electricity on Thursday. Coming up, we have details about a new Baylor blend that is now being sold at Common Grounds.
We also have a story about how students are finding a home away from home. Here at Baylor, stay tuned after the break.
The best and brightest are drawn to Baylor, where those from many backgrounds with many talents shine together before casting their light outward to illuminate the world. Through transformational learning opportunities that are grounded in Christian faith and service, and research that impacts lives and communities. Baylor University, a place where lights shine bright.
It's time to wake up and smell the coffee because Waco's Common Ground has released a specialty blend dedicated to the Baylor community. LTVN's Igor Skepskinski has the details on this partnership between Common Grounds and BU Missions.
Get ready to spill the beans because there's a new cup of brew in town. Waco Common Grounds and Baylor Missions have partnered to release a new specialty coffee blend.
Baylor blend is a medium roast, a little on the darker side, 50% Guatemalan, 50% Brazilian, fruity with smokier tones, medium bodied, your classic everyman's coffee.
$5 from every bag is given directly to BU Missions to cover mission costs.
We already have a partnership with an entity in Thailand who works with coffee farmers, a connection with this farm in Guatemala. So it's in the mountain regions of Guatemala, and we hope to take a student team there.
It may be a few bucks, but it's an abundance of good.
So I think for a student going on a trip like that, how might the needs of the world intersect with their skills and knowledge and vocation?
Maybe not so much a partnership as it is a calling.
When I think about the people that I've met and the work that they're doing on maybe just a small scale in their community, I'm given hope for the world.
For me, it feels like home. It was a place that I sought refuge in a hard time in my life, and it poured into me and I poured into it, and I come here, I feel at home.
Whether it's a bag from the 8th Street location or a cup to go in the Student Union building, don't just buy coffee, buy hope. For Lariat TV News, I'm Igor Stepchinsky.
Miller Chapel has heard its fair share of wedding bells over the decades, but sadly, those matrimonial celebrations have come to an end. Miller Chapel, inside the historic Tidwell Bible Building on Baylor's campus, will be undergoing a major renovation. The university plans for the construction to begin in late 2020 and finish in 2022. But before the renovation time, the couples who once said "I do" in this beautiful chapel got the chance to say farewell, standing where they once made their lifelong commitments many years ago. This open house gave alumni and their families a chance to sit back and reminisce on their special memories. The current Miller Chapel will be renovated into a space for faculty and administrative offices. One feature that will be retained is the beautiful stained glass in the chapel. The new space will include flexible classrooms, a group meeting space, as well as a new prayer chapel that will provide a one-of-a-kind view of campus from the top floors of Tidwell.
Baylor officially announced its pursuit to earn the Carnegie Classification of being an R1 institution. The R1 classification is given to universities with very high research activity. Although Baylor is currently an R2 institution with significant research initiatives, it will take approximately 10 years to earn the top-tier designation. Baylor has set goals to increase research doctorates on top of using decades of work from current professors. Most members of the Baylor community have already known about this goal, but Baylor Provost Dr. Nancy Brickhouse felt it needed to be reiterated to Baylor's external audience. In addition to proudly sponsoring high levels of research, President Livingstone feels there is a need for a research-intensive Christian university, an academic institution that feels free to go where science leads it, where holding true is its historical integrity to the Christian faith.
Finding a community to call their own is one of the many challenges that new college students face when they first arrive on campus. LTVN's Nate Smith went to Mosaic Asian Night and spoke with members of the Baylor's Asian student organizations about how they found their community here on campus.
Baylor's Multicultural Affairs put on their 4th annual Mosaic Asian Night in the Barfield Drawing Room of the Student Union building last Wednesday. Mosaic Asian Night is an event where students from all backgrounds are given the opportunity to connect with a variety of Asian cultures.
Personally, I wanted to learn more about my Asian culture. I'm actually adopted, so I wasn't really connected to my Asian culture, and so it was nice to be able to meet new people and learn from them and grow from them.
For those in the Multicultural Association of Pre-Health, it provides a chance for their heritage and their passion to intersect.
We're also a pre-health and a multicultural association, and so I'm really passionate about it. It's all about cultural competency and just furthering diversity in healthcare.
It can even mean someone getting an opportunity to show their appreciation for a culture they've always admired.
I got involved with my organization because I really loved immersing myself in Japanese culture. I really liked it. It's really nice. It's subtle. The things that they do is very beautiful, very intentional.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Nate Smith.
Up next, we have a recap on Baylor football's win against Stephen F. Austin and a special feature with Coach Boland of the Baylor men's tennis team.
Sports with Drake is coming up right after this short break.
At Baylor, our lights shine
while we push our limits
and guide the way.
At Baylor, our lights shine as we're making connections
and making an impression.
As leaders.
And as part of something bigger.
Baylor's light shines around the world, but it starts in each of us. Baylor, where lights shine bright.
Baylor football is off to a hot start after a win over Stephen F. Austin in Waco Saturday. The Bears jumped out early, punching the ball into the end zone twice in the first quarter, then avenging a Lumberjack touchdown with 3 of their own to take a 35-7 lead into intermission. Charlie Brewer threw his 3rd touchdown of the game in the 3rd quarter to complete his day and spring sophomore quarterback Gary Bohannon into action. With a final score of 56-17, the 39-point win was Coach Matt Rule's largest margin of victory since joining the Bears in 2017. This Saturday, Baylor charges back into McLean Stadium high on momentum for their 2nd straight game on the Brazos. The Bears will face UT San Antonio, trying to get to 2-0 on the season.
Baylor football's Week 2 matchup with UTSA is no cakewalk.
They present some unique challenges. At the end of the day, they're a tough physical team. They love to run the football.
We got a lot of respect for UTSA. They're a real physical team. Their coach does a real good job with them. And the first year we played them, they came down here and they beat us.
I think they're going to come in here with a lot of juice and want to beat us, and the same how we feel too.
They will come and they will hit you, and that's really exciting for us that we have the opportunity to play an opponent like that. It's going to be a challenge for us, and we're really excited to play them.
This is going to be a 4-quarter battle. Fight all the way through, get it to the 4th quarter, and try to make one more play than the other team. And that's real football to me.
Saturday's kickoff from McLean Stadium is set for 3 p.m.
After winning their home opener 4-2 against the Northwestern State University Demons, the Bears soccer team embarked on a 3-game road trip that included a win against Drake University in overtime, featuring a goal by Cameron Winland. This victory was followed with a 1-1 draw against Nebraska that included a goal from Haley Sawinski, with the game ending in double overtime. Friday night, the Lady Bears are set to round out their road trip in Laramie, Wyoming, as they take on the Cowgirls, who hold the longest non-conference home unbeaten streak in the country. Wyoming hasn't lost at home since 2013. See, tennis season doesn't heat up until spring, but there's buzz nationwide as Baylor's coaching staff is recruiting a player who made an impressive debut at the U.S. Open and now has a big decision to make. I sat down with the man in charge of that recruiting to get the details.
Baylor tennis coach Brian Bolin.
You guys are great.
A man with 4 national championships and 2 National Coach of the Year awards.
I love being a coach. I love the sport of tennis, but I think college tennis is fitting for me.
But Coach Bolin and the Baylor tennis program are faced with extreme anticipation and uncertainty when it comes to 18-year-old star Jensen Brooksby.
He fits in perfectly. He's an incredible young man, really likable.
Brooksby was the #1 recruit in the country coming out of high school last year and committed to make Baylor his home. However, after shocking the world by qualifying for the U.S. Open, he went even further by upsetting a former top 10 player to secure $100,000 in winnings. Yet, if Brooksby chooses to take the cash and turn pro, he'll forfeit over $200,000 in scholarship money to Baylor and no longer be able to play for Bolin's Bears.
You know, college tennis has an added pressure to it because you're playing for something bigger than yourself. And I think Jensen really respects that and has the proper perspective how important that's going to be for his development.
So while Baylor awaits Brooksby's decision, what's next for the Hall of Fame coach?
Continuing to have impact on young people. I mean, that's what I love to do. It's way beyond the scoreboard. We'll win plenty. And I tell the guys all the time, that record, those accolades will never be on my tombstone. But I think the people that you impact, that's the legacy that you want to leave. And so I'm just going to continue to do what I believe I was born to do.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Drake Toll.
Baylor's volleyball team extended their winning streak to 3 games Thursday night after taking down Syracuse 3-0. Yassiana Presley was Baylor's star player, delivering 11 kills and 2 aces, followed by Shelly Stafford with 7 kills and 4 blocks. Gia Milana added 7 more kills. This win came on the heels of 2 back-to-back wins against UCLA and 18th-ranked Creighton University. Now, the number 17-ranked Lady Bears will try to add to that streak against 4th-ranked Wisconsin Friday in Madison. And that's all I have for sports today.
Thanks for watching Lariat TV News. Catch us on YouTube or BaylorLariat.com.
We'll see you next week. Have a great day, Baylor Nation.